This is your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, June the 19th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and it's Father's Day for 2016. There's a look at our surface weather map for this morning. It features high pressure that extends all the way from Virginia and the east coast of the United States all the way down into the southwestern part of the United States. In the upper atmosphere, the upper air pattern dominated primarily by an upper ridge that is located primarily over the southwestern United States, but it bulges up to the northeast all the way up into the extreme western Great Lakes area. Across Alabama, we're looking at morning lows generally around the 70-degree mark. Birmingham a little bit warmer at 74, and a little bit warmer down there along the coast as well, with temperatures in the mid-70s. Looks like we should warm up nicely today to the upper 80s across the area. We do have some clouds in place across the area. And those clouds should be burning off later this morning, and we should see some sunshine for later today. On the watch warning map, the orange you see in the north central part of the United States is a heat advisory, and we also have heat advisories, or heat warnings actually, down in the southwestern part of the United States, those kind of dark pinkish colors. The quantitative precipitation forecast, or QPF, pretty much tells the story of what we expect, with little change in the weather pattern over the next week ahead. Front will drag down into the Ohio River Valley towards the end of the 5 days, and that's going to provide some rain for that area. In the meantime, we still have good convection going on along the north central Gulf of Mexico, as well as over along the east coast of Mexico in response to the tropical system. And across central Alabama, not looking like much rain, as we have primarily very isolated showers towards the middle part of the week. The Storm Prediction Center is outlooking an enhanced risk over parts of Wisconsin, surrounded by a slight risk that extends from extreme western part of the upper peninsula of Michigan down into the eastern part of South Dakota. That's day one. That's today. For tomorrow, Monday, slight risk moves over to the eastern Great Lakes and parts of New York, Pennsylvania, and Ohio primarily. And then for day 3, which is Tuesday, that front sags down, as you saw from the QPF. But that front sags down. We have some slight risks from Iowa in an arc back through Kentucky into Virginia. And the tropics have heated up just a little bit. The National Hurricane Center is talking about a 70% chance that this system may become a tropical storm within the next both 24 hours and the next 48 hours. There's a little bit closer look at it, and a a Hurricane Hunter aircraft is forecast to move into that system today to sample it. But all the guidance that we have suggests that it's going to continue on a west-northwest course that will take it into the east coast of Mexico, and probably not develop to a full tropical storm status, but those are warm waters down there, so it could. Notice that one outlier that takes it up to Brownsville. There's always one, isn't there? All right, the 06Z GFS model run, and there's our surface high pressure system for today, and that easterly flow bringing slightly drier dew points into the area. High settles in over the area tomorrow on Monday, so not much chance that we're going to see much in the way of showers. Any showers would be down along the Gulf Coast. The upper air pattern on Monday shows that big ridge kind of dampening down a little bit, but it's pushing eastward. It's kind of nosing into the mid-Mississippi River Valley on Monday, and we see on Tuesday that it noses in. Notice the 594 contour nosing across the entire southeastern U.S. So Wednesday we should be in the lower and mid-90s across the area. And once again, with the high along the Gulf Coast, I don't think we're going to see much in the way of showers. Can't rule out, though, the possibility that with the heat we might see an isolated shower. By Thursday, we're seeing this ridge getting pushed back a little bit as we see a reasonably strong trough come through the Great Lakes area. And that actually comes down into the central East Coast region, pushing back the ridge just a little bit, but not for long, unfortunately. And, of course, that drags the front down into the area, but the front is likely to wash out. Friday might be about our best chance, it looks like, for getting much in the way of precipitation. But the ridge comes back in the upper atmosphere on Saturday, so it kind of bulges back and pushes back against that trough. and we see the same thing on Sunday. So once again, not a great deal that we have to go on for doing more than just the diurnally driven showers. Looking out into Voodoo Country, the GFS is promising that we won't have to deal with that ridge as we head out of June and into July. Shows a fairly good trough developing on Thursday, the 30th of June, and that trough is there by the 2nd of July. So that would certainly be a nice way to enter July, with perhaps some of nature's own fireworks with thunderstorms a possibility. And the GFS keeps that pattern through the 4th of July. So that certainly suggests that we're not going to see any real heat. That'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. I expect to have the next one posted for James Spann on Monday morning. Remember, he's on vacation, so we're on a one-a-day schedule. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Godspeed.